Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this.
Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. I am presenting in the spirit of my roots, my beginnings, my very humble beginnings. So humble, it was despicable. So I've been getting nudges over time, and I'm trying to better my audio output at least. Sorry about the visuals. It'll get there. I've been doing a few little experiments with visuals now for YouTube and whatnot, but anyway, here I am. Let's see if this works, because this is my second attempt at this episode that you're clicking on, all about mother's health, and it's not back to back, so I'm not going to be pissed off that my audio didn't work and this was yesterday, so I'm okay. So mothers, well, as I was quickly thinking about what about mothers and health that I'm going to talk about, peri-motherhood came to mind, and so preconception, conception, pregnancy, early child rearing, toddlerhood and beyond. Mothers need to know what's going on for themselves and for baby. I've had episodes in the past about women and their relationship with food, birth defects, child health, and now this peri-motherhood. I will attempt to bring it into one place. So mothers are human. They are also vertebrates, and all vertebrates need essential micronutrients, and there are 90 declared essential micronutrients, and if we don't get that, we won't get to understand health. You might be on the diet army of the carnivores, the vegans, the intermittent fasting, the keto, the whatever else army that you're a member of, the narkiness online, those the reels, the YouTube videos, whichever tribe you are in. And yes, I am proclaiming another tribe here, perhaps with the Health 44, and with every episode I will suggest what we need to be doing, my advocacy anyway, and this will help mothers. Let's start with the personal vanity ideas that many mothers will think. My boobs are sagging, I'm gaining weight, as in even after our first child is born, third child and beyond, middle age spread, menopause, health, obesity is down in the toilet. What is happening there? It's not because you're a mother. Hey, even if you're not a mother yet, even if you're a maiden, a young lady, there are an increasing number of young ladies which are battling health issues, which includes the battle of the bulge, battle of certain chronic diseases and beyond. Even your looks can be sorted with understanding the micronutrients, and 300 plus episodes, different ways to explain it, but in a nutshell, because a high proportion of my viewers, listeners, are one-offs, because I'm very polarizing, many will suggest I present shit, because we gravitate to what feels good, and let's face it, I've even had my own path where I've gone from dairy and egg focus to keto, because dairy and egg is keto, and now the Health 44, because what I suggest, what I advocate for, what I propose, prescribe, can be done with any food consumption. We are opportunistic omnivores, and it can be done. It's just harder for the vegetarians and vegans, I guess, but it still can be done if you are ideologically driven, or think that veganism is the path to health, and religious type beliefs that think that fasting type practice adds to human health. Okay, I get it. I've been down a few rabbit holes regarding that, and even though I'm part of a church community, I am very blasphemous because I don't eat gluten after all. I will go to hell 30 years after than I'm programmed to, because the way I was before, I should have been in the grave at the age of about 63. I now feel that I'll easily get into the 90s and beyond, because even though I started very late, approaching my half century, and now in my 51st year of life, I have stopped the downward spiral, the what's the complex, the disease complex that I'm thinking of here, the metabolic syndrome complex, spiraling into death. I stopped that together with things like tinnitus and osteo issues, rather orthopedic issues, carpal tunnel, digestion issues and the like. Everything that I just mentioned fixed, including what's that, 120 or 130 pounds I lost. And even while I'm nursing this, I haven't been able to do any of my recent monkey bar activity, otherwise known as a bit of calisthenics. I started going to the gym there, and I don't want to go to the gym. I just feel like doing a couple minutes each day of calisthenics, and that's what keeps me feeling okay, because the donkey before the cart. People that think that you need to do vigorous fitness type activity to be healthy, the only reason why I partake in a bit of activity is because I feel good. So I was the cart before the donkey, and the reason why I say donkey is that, are we even on the same, on the right path of what health and fitness actually, do they even relate together? Right. I am at risk of divulging away from mothers and mothers, bringing it back to mothers with a bit of personal disclosure and certain thoughts that any of us have, and to suggest that my personal proclivities do come into the mix, but also as part of suggesting opening up my personal proclivities to what I gravitate to. I am willing, if something is not working with me, I am willing to stop whatever I'm doing and to lurch to the other side of the boat or whatever. Okay, as my personal humbleness of what I'm doing here, and with 8,000 to 9,000 hours that got me onto this great health journey, and about 4,000 hours of trying to prove myself wrong, here I am now contributing to mothers. Right, I mentioned the weight gain and the chronic illnesses that comes with being a mother and beyond. And hey, let's face it, all humans, and all vertebrates for that matter, we need those 90 essential micronutrients. And for those one-off listeners, just quickly, the Health 44, which benefits mothers, I won't separate myself from the mother's topic for today. Quickly, the Health 44 is the first for the 44 is eliminating 90+% of the supermarket glutens, which is wheat, barley, rye and oats, and also buckwheat now. Oils, all oils in a bottle, burnt animal fat, and fried food out. And I want to emphasize that olive oil, coconut oil, all the sexy oils, the avocado oil, no, not good. If it comes in a bottle, no. Tahini, no. If it comes in a bottle, no. It's oxidized. It's oxidizing. It's putrid. It's that's what adds to our whole trans fats, heterocyclic amines and acrylamides complex, which is the atherosclerosis causa, leading to cardiovascular issues. Okay, there's a bit more to it. Cholesterol, well, that's oils and sugars put together equals bingo bongo cholesterol issues. And also cholesterol isn't very understood because cholesterol is very important. Anyway, at the risk of being unraveled on the topic, I will continue with the quick reference to the Health 44. Sugars out of the contest, even greatly reducing your fruit intake, especially if you're juicing. It's just basically just have a teaspoon of sugar in your mouth. You're basically doing that, okay? There's a lot of nuance there. I could go on with sugar as well, don't you worry. And also nitrates need to be out of the contest, out of your life, out of your diet, out of your eyes as well, because even bacon, out of the contest for those carnivore people. Also those carnivore people, you and mothers that want to go carnivore to solve their weight issues and their chronic disease, select which chronic disease, and hey, even what's that, your body's attacking yourself, what's that whole complex, autoimmune diseases, right? The same thing. And I don't want to mention that thing that we don't have a cure for, because you're not allowed to. I'm not going to mention the C word. So nitrates is the new carcinogen in town. So your processed meats are out of the contest. So that's the first for the 44. The second for the 44, we've taken away that 90+% of the supermarket, and we add the supplements we need to supplement these days, because our food supply chain is stuffed, replete of micronutrients, especially the minerals from our soils, because we've effectively mitigated all the flooding that's been done on the planet for the last half century, and the micronutrients aren't getting to the soils, because if it's not in the soil, it doesn't get in the food, and it doesn't get into us. Simple as that. So those 4 classes of micronutrients, which is the second for the 44, there's 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids, and that's what makes up the 90 declared essential micronutrients, with the last declared essential micronutrient, choline, being declared in about 1998. There might be more. There might be 115. God might say there's 215, 375. Well, I don't think we'd even identify that many molecules. So that's it for now, okay? The quick reference to the Health 44. So for mothers, if you're blaming your middle-aged spread looking dusty, there's this word that indicates that you look dusty when you had some kids and that sort of thing. Your boobs sag, you go grey, you get wrinkles, you get this and that, thighs and flabby arms and all that sort of thing. No, it's not about not getting to the gym and whatnot. It's micronutrients, because in pregnancy and in your next pregnancy and the next one, that baby has been leaching out your micronutrients because the baby needs it. And no, it doesn't mean that you need to eat more of the micronutrients, eat more calories. There's this whole big focus on macros, and we need to increase calories by whatever the going rate is, 700 calories if you're pregnant, and increase your what's that, 2,500 plus kilojoules, because hey, you're eating for two, and that's code for just gorging your face of food, and it's not an excuse. And even if you're gorging, and what the baby needs plus what you need, you may need 10,000 calories, and you still probably won't get enough of the micronutrients that we require. And yes, we don't know for sure the interactions of all the micronutrients, but we've got the clues. We've got the clues. And if you're not supplementing, then you're already behind the 8 ball. Then we need to think about digesting the micronutrients, even from your existing diet. Then we need to think about absorbing those micronutrients, even from your existing diet, even if you don't supplement, but we do need to supplement. And that takes a bit of time to, if you're a 30-year-old expecting mother, or pre-conception, trying for a family, you need to be supplementing. And it takes a few months for the villi in your small intestine to be recovered enough to be absorbing enough of the micronutrients that you require. And personal disclosure, my almost 7-month-old daughter was born to Mama, which is 40 years old, and I'm 50, right? And the mainstream healthcare complex would go, oh, she's gonna die. She might come out autistic, or Down syndrome, or this and that, cardiac issue, and name your disease fetish. She came out perfect because we're supplementing, because we're doing the Health 44. She came out perfect, and she still is perfect. And with disclosure, the only issue that we've had is a bit of eczema. Sorted. Pulled out some of the toxins out of the house and that sort of thing. Bingo. Excuse me. Bingo bongo gone. Okay. And she was a very rare 1% child that was born on the expected due date. She was a very rare 1%er, perhaps, that was a plus in her weight on day 8 of life. She weighed more than how she, the day she was born, in day 8. You know how that, the mainstream healthcare complex checkup of the newborn, yeah? And and she's thriving, good spirits, young Tatiana, and she's doing great. Starting some solids. She'll be on the Health 44, and she may be 87 before she sees her first doctor. Hopefully never, but or if she falls off a swing and breaks her arm, that's going to be her perhaps only other type of exposure to mainstream healthcare. So for personal, for mothers, let's face it, vanity, looking dusty, the wrinkles, the greys, the mood, the mental health, perhaps, it's all on the micronutrients. And to further protect your mental health and hormone health, peri-motherhood wise, cholesterol, saturated fats. Yes, saturated fats is a bit more challenging to gain on vegan diets, but let's face it, a lot more people are doing vegan diets for their vanity, for their vanity project to not be fat and sick, and they think that by being vegan they'll lose weight and not be ill. Yes, we have many testimonies of people on vegan doing well. We have many testimonies of the carnivores doing fantastic, being a carnivore in peri-motherhood, and the intermittent fasters and the ketos, and pick your diet adjective. Not many Health 44s, but many will say that even yours is one of those. Let's compare notes in 30 years, 17 years, 58 years. Pick your day of reckoning, and let's compare notes. What I can do now is, yes, it is very faith-based. I've been down the track of providing evidence and this and that, and do you think it even touches the sides of people that are emotionally driven? No, it's not. So, for baby's sake, for mother's sake, don't blame your genes, don't blame the toxins, don't blame your lifestyle, don't blame your junk food proclivities, your gravitation towards the junk food, the bad foods, whatever you want to call it, is code for pica, which is further code for cravings. Pica is basically eating non-nutrient containing foods. That's what Google will say, but if you're craving junk food, eat junk food. You're a drug taker, drink, smoke as well, you got pica. You have pica. Cravings of cake, fried food, or name your poison, you have pica. And pica means micronutrient deficiencies. Our bodies aren't smart enough to lead us to this much potassium, this much selenium, this much magnesium, this much calcium. Even our understanding of the existing micronutrients that we fixate on, vitamin D's, the calcium, the phosphorus, we can't be grandiose to believe that we understand everything fully, but the efficacy we have in front of our eyes, hopefully the efficacy, my personal story, is some sort of proof from one idiot in the world amongst many other idiots out there. And yes, let's compare my idiocy with the other idiots in 30 years and see who is not in a pine box. And for mother's sake, if you're struggling with your mental health, your body, your spirits, your child's health, micronutrients, understanding the Health 44, will give you the best efficacy, the best chance, I don't know how to slap your head with it. I've slapped my head with it for 4,000 hours. I've slapped my head with mainstream thinking for the last half century, 40 years of consciousness, because I was an overweight kid, was slender in and out for about 15 years, yo-yoing a few times in that 15 years, being a triathlete, and then raising my hands up in hopelessness, and I became Australia's Australian sumo champion in 2015, because let's face it, I'm fat and I was sporty, and yeah, I got into sumo, and that's what happened there. And then I didn't give up. 9,000 hours of personal research and rabbit holes, and even faith got me to the Health 44. And part of the Health 44 understanding was subscribing to the thoughts, the ideas, the decades of research, education, studies, and beyond. Dr. Joel Wallach through longevity. Many people through longevity aren't doing so well because they just don't get it. They're their emotions, their relationship with food is just grab them by the short and curlies, and they can't get ahead in their health, and they battle the bulge as well. And as I sum up, as I do quite often, our life expectancy will be dropping 5 years less for every half century going forward. That's my roundabouts forecast. Our obesity epidemic will start to get worse, even though we are starting the whole diet wars thing with vegans and carnivores. Let's see how many vegans start to fall off their wagon after 10 years, and how many carnivores start to fall off their wagon after 5 years, because carnivores are younger than the vegans. And then let's compare notes in 20, 30 years time, 58 years time. Hopefully when I'm 108 years old and I can say, I told you guys half a century ago, this is what you should be doing. It was faith, but if faith is all you have, you better start something, because if you don't start something, you're dead. So, and yeah, so Dr. Joel Wallach, his ideas with my own little nuances chucked in there, which is, I believe, even greater efficacy. A quick stat which I've mentioned a dozen times plus is with the US, their great research on mainstream health, and also US health, where they spend more than the rest of the world combined on healthcare, and they rank outside the top 40 in longevity. They've had a head start in micronutrient deficiencies with their industrialization and electricity rollout since 1882. Yeah, 1882. Wow, 142 years. Wow. And then with electricity came those hydroelectric dams, and now we have 3 million dams in total on the world. In the world, the nutrients aren't getting into the farmland and not into the oceans. Global warming. I've got a whole global warming hypothesis, which I humbly believe is a theory, where the 60% of the biomass on the planet, algae, isn't getting their 18 minerals that they require. They're all stuck behind the damn walls. Less vegetation equals less oxygen equals, we're not getting more carbon, we got less oxygen. And that's where the parts per million thing comes in. I shouldn't have mentioned that in a mother's episode, but a few little tidbits to whet your appetite with this methodology of minerals, micronutrients, and human and vertebrate health in general. All vertebrates need 90 essential micronutrients. We're vertebrates, humans. Mothers are humans. Mothers are the cows of humans? That was a famous line. No, women are the cows of humans? That was a line from Malcolm in the Middle. The sort of second older brother, Reese. Yeah, a little bit challenged chap, but yeah, that was funny. But so mothers, you have a chance. For you and your children, therefore your family, therefore your community, your family, the world. So while I'm ahead, I believe I'm ahead, I'll quit it there. Thanks for your interest. I don't care if you subscribe, like, comment, whatever, because I will continue to thrive, and I just want everyone else to thrive. So take it or leave it. Bye-bye.